What's up, guys?
Kellen. Jaylen, since the bye week, hasn't had a turnover. 4 games without interception. What's clicked for him as far as that? It was obviously a concern there for a while.
Jalen's just done an excellent job with the football. Certainly the last few weeks, I think he's doing a really good job making great decisions while still being aggressive. He's playing a really good level.
You guys used to have trips to one side and a tight end on the backside early on in the game. You guys had a lot of success doing that. Why did you guys feel? What did you see in the Bengals office? Something that we could see a little bit more in the future.
Just a game plan thing, a certain formation that we felt like we had a few indicators that allowed us to get to plays that were ideal versus certain looks, and so every week's gonna have different flavors. Certainly we utilized that and emphasized it early in the game just to get some clean plays off.
What are you guys getting out of under center snaps right now?
Under center, by game plan and by situation, obviously there's certainly some really good value to it, and the run game and the potential of action game as we go. And so I think there's been some good stuff in the run game that's kind of allowed us to get downhill the last couple of weeks, and so we'll see where it takes us.
You guys have added some wrinkles to the run game the last few weeks. I guess how much of that is just Outland's influence, and what's that process been like working with him, kind of evolving that side of things?
Certainly we have an awesome process of really collaborating with the whole entire staff, and Stout certainly that does a tremendous amount of the work as far as just initially during the week, and so we're constantly talking through this thing, finding different ways that we can navigate this while still kind of hanging our hat on certain concepts and presenting different flavors week in and week out.
Jaylen said he was pushing for under center snaps. What is the conversation? Why do you think players respond well to that increase?
It's just something we've certainly talked about as a collective group, and so there'll be different opportunities throughout games, and so it's come up the last few weeks, and obviously there's been some positives with it, and so we'll just see where it takes us.
He said he's also pushed just for more of the offense coming out and imposing its will on the defense rather than having everything predicated upon what the defense is doing. What are those conversations been like with him?
It's a balancing act, I think, each and every week of you have a lot of respect for your opponent and all the things that they can do, and you got to account for all the possibilities and prepare the right way while also still doing what you do and what you've invested a lot of time in. And so you're balancing in those two elements week in and week out, and so we're constantly in that tug of war. I think that's how most teams game plan. You have stuff you feel really comfortable with that you can blindly walk out there and just run, while still understand that they have a presentation that's going to challenge you in different ways, and you're trying to find what balance is best when you create a game plan.
When you had a long drive, like the 7-minute, 37-minute drive in the fourth quarter, what's it like from a play caller's perspective? What does that feel like? Does stuff like start clicking, what have you? What was it like?
That was a big-time drive for our guys. I think it was awesome. It was really cool because it was kind of that 4-minute, everyone kind of calls it 4-minute ball, but it wasn't just run. It was, we'd sneak in some passes here and there when we got into certain situations. I thought our guys just did an excellent job. It was really crisp. Obviously, we ate a lot of time off the clock, finished it the right way with a touchdown. I thought there was really big-time football in there. There's third down conversions. It was just a really clean, big-time opportunity for our guys.
The Devontae touchdown. Can you walk us through that play and kind of why that was the right situation to call that play right there?
Just an action play, obviously, that sometimes it sits on your call sheet a little too long, and so obviously we're trying to find the place for it. Ran it once earlier this year, and so those guys did an excellent job. At the end of the day, the protection aspect of it was incredible. Jack Stoll was blocking the edge rusher for what felt about 10 seconds, and the action was great. They got movement up front. The routes obviously did a really nice job, and then Jaylen and Smitty just making a play. I mean, it was a big-time play.
Did you get what you wanted with the safety? Is that what you're trying to do? Get with the action specifically with? I guess it's kind of like a fake RPO is what I assume.
Little boot action, and obviously you're trying to get your receivers on safeties and get downfield, and there's a little bit of a matchup thing there, and so those guys have done a tremendous. They've thrown it so many times the last few weeks in practice, and for those guys to have the confidence to just go for it, I thought it was an awesome play by those guys.
Kellen, Grant Calcaterra, half his catches this year have been 19 yards or more. What makes him so proficient at those big plays?
Grant's got a great feel for space. He's got a great understanding of the passing game. I think he's really been just hats off to him hopping in here since Dallas went down, and for him to take the workload, the volume that he's taken in the run game, he's done a tremendous job, and then still being viable in the pass game. He seems to make big plays in critical moments, and he's very reliable, and we feel very fortunate to have these tight ends that we do.
In the run game. How important is it to have a tight end involved in the offense? Last year when Dallas went down, they really lacked that contribution? How important is it to still have that guy to be able to make catches that he just talked about?
Tight ends are really valuable just because they play in all aspects of the game. And so, you want to have them be viable in each situation. And so Grant and Jack and those guys, they've certainly done that.
In the run game, what makes the O-line so good at combo blocks?
Time invested. They've invested a lot of time in it. They're on the same page. They work a lot at it. And so those are certain things that, when you put the time and effort into it, you want to invest and give ourselves as many opportunities at the bat. And then have your little change-ups here and there when you need to, just to protect it.
Do you see a difference here with those blocks than you did at other stops?
Every place is different. You're going to emphasize different things. And so certainly it's something that we do a tremendous job and we embrace and we certainly love it. And, our guys have just been playing at a really, really high level in those combination blocks. And again, as you build game plans, you just got to protect it. You got to protect it with different looks, whether it's action game or different run concepts, just to protect it. And we'll continue to emphasize it.
Are you finding that AJ and Devontae are getting more one-on-one opportunities because of Saquon's presence and possibly Jaylen also as a threat in the run game? Do you think teams are kind of focusing on that and giving them more one-on-one opportunities?
There's potential there. Certainly, as you look at it, when you're in mixed downs, which allow you to say, "Hey, we can run or throw it in these situations." Obviously, we can play to at times what the defense gives us, and certainly when they give us one-on-one opportunities outside, we feel great about those guys. And so, certainly the run game's doing a really good job in the first and second down game, and so we like the mix that we have.
I assume Trey Hendrickson was on the forefront of your mind coming into that game. To have somebody like Fred be able to step up and perform like that in that type of situation, what did that mean to the offense on that day?
Certainly going into the game, we were very aware of, we couldn't let him get going. At the end of the day, though, there are moments and opportunities where Fred's one-on-one, and he did a tremendous job. Big time football, some play action plays where he's truly one-on-one with him. And, you just can't say enough good things about what Fred did on Sunday.
What was your biggest takeaway from your bye-week analysis that helps explain sort of what we've seen since?
I think just finding our rhythm. Just finding, you're able to evaluate 4 weeks of the season, which is, old days, it'd be a quarter of your regular season. And so it's great. You re-emphasize the things that you're doing well. You identify the things that maybe we can evolve or correct. And so everyone goes through those processes. And, I feel like we've been heading in the right direction.
Do you remember the first time that it was suggested that Ben plays in fullback?
I don't recall the first time, but it was before the regular season.
After the game, Nick said, did you have a follow-up?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to follow up. And how well has he adapted that, and why do you think he has adapted so well?
Yeah, he's done a nice job. I think he's playing both sides of the field on offense and on defense, and so there's a workload capacity associated with that, and so I think he's done an excellent job of having a role and embracing that role. And when the opportunities present themselves, he's been ready and he's been fired up.
After the game, Nick said the ball didn't touch the ground in Thursday's practice, and Jaylen said the way he practices instills confidence in the coaches about the game plan. What do you look for from Jaylen, like in those practices in particular, and what do you recall from that session?
Thursday was our third down day, and I thought we did an excellent job, and it showed up that we were on the same page. We got completions. I think the real big aspect of it is we also put ourselves in more favorable third downs, which allowed us to play in those situations that we had prepared for. And so I thought our guys did an awesome job. Jaylen did an awesome job. I thought our week was a really, really positive week on the practice field, and it showed up on Sundays. And
are you modifying the call sheet based on what you see in that session?
every week you kind of go through an initial game plan, and then as the week plays out with practice, with more conversations, obviously you narrow your focus going into each game as far as specifics. Obviously you're going to have more plays in situations probably than you need, but you narrow your focus on what you really ultimately are going to focus on.
Scoring on the opening possession of the first and the second half, what went into the preparation that led that, and what do you glean from that?
Yeah, I think we're obviously the starting point of games has obviously been something that we're just trying to find our groove there. I thought the last the 2 weeks before we got a first down, then we kind of stalled out. In this one, I thought our guys executed. I think the big thing is when you look at opening drives, a lot of times it's first down, second down, a couple third downs in there. I thought our guys did a really good job on first and second down, put ourselves in those positions.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, thanks guys.